Well, good afternoon. We just got a report that a deer got hit up here, and it's on the right-hand shoulder. It's right above the ranger station on Highway 38. I'm in Mentone now. I'm coming out of Mentone. But that is a deer crossing there. There's been a few deer hit right there. You got to be careful when you come through those S-curves above the ranger station. That's where deer cross. They come down to get a drink in the creek there. I've almost hit one there. And people say, well, how do you hit a deer? Well, he was standing in the ditch. I didn't see him. Then he stuck his head up, and he was coming out of the ditch. And I saw his antlers. He was a big buck. And luckily I saw him one time. I slowed down. And he jumped, and crossed in front of me. Whoa, speaking of jumping across in front of you. Because I knew they'd cross there. I was kind of going slow to begin with. I'm not a fast driver. But there was another big buck hit there. Somebody on our group posted it. His wife hit it because I was kind of watching that buck. We called him the ghost buck. I only got glimpses of him. That was the time I got a glimpse of him there. And she killed him. She ended up killing him. But, it wasn't her fault. Like I said, when people say, well, how could you hit him? It's like at night when they're in the ditch and they bounce right in front of you. I don't care if you're going 20, you're going to hit them. Or you're going to crash swerving. I was always taught, don't swerve for animals because you can kill yourself into a tree, a big rock, another car. I almost hit some up by Mammoth. Like 6 of them jumped out in front of me at night. And I was going about 60, 65 in my Blazer. My Blazer didn't have anti-skid. And I knew it would slide real easy because the ASM was light. I knew I would slide right into them. So I didn't want to wreck, so I just kind of ducked. Because what the problem is, they'll come up over the hood and into the passenger compartment. My friend had one kick the hell out of him. Well, he was a passenger. It came through the windshield and was still alive and was kicking. And he got pretty beat up. The deer finally died. I think they ended up stabbing it to get it, so it quit kicking. But he got a couple, the hooves will open you up. They're like sharp knives. And they kick like a mule. So my advice, keep going straight, and duck. Duck fast and get back up because same thing with pigs. I've almost hit pigs. Pigs are solid. So up here they probably should put a sign, but I don't know if that would slow anybody down. But that is a big crossing there. You'll see it coming up. We're getting close. That ghost buck, he was huge. I saw him out in this power line road up here. There's a lot of homeless in there now. It's kind of unsafe to go out there now, but this power line road right here to the left that goes up by the bridge, I was cutting through there one day and I look over and there's this giant buck. And I slammed on the brakes to get my camera and I look over and he's gone. I was like, wait a minute. That stuff is kind of high out there. So I jumped on my tailgate and jumped up on the roof because I wanted to get a picture of him. And he was gone. I thought there was no way he got away that fast. You would see him running, bouncing. So I threw some rocks out where I last saw him in there to get him to move. I figured he laid down or he was hiding. Nothing. And I thought, wait a minute. So I got down and I walked out where he was and followed his tracks. And what he had done is he had laid down and he belly crawled over to a little ditch. And he basically belly crawled down the ditch and then got into the creek. They're smart. Big bucks are very smart. They don't get big for being stupid. And after that, as we saw him next time, I think it was over off Newport. We were quail hunting, and I gotta pay attention here. He's supposed to be right above the. I usually put him down when I find him, but California's a little bit crazy. I've been called in before when a buddy got hit, truck got hit. The deer was screaming, and the warden said, wait for me to come down, and the deer had broken legs, and we put the deer down, but people call us in as poachers. I don't see, what was that? I got a guy right on me that's flying. Right in here's where they cross. Right in here's where I almost hit that big buck. They come off the mountain to the right. They come down for a drink. I don't see anything. Huh. There's a guy. Double yellow line on a blind curve. I'm going to go up a little higher. These people that are impatient, they risk a lot of people's lives. There's a turnout up here. In fact, I was going to turn in there, but you know, I turn out when they're behind me, but that guy didn't even wait. Oh, that bridge is really getting tagged. You got big red and green paint on there now. There's been a couple fatals up here head on. People don't know how to pass or when to pass, and it's sad that they end up killing people or themselves. Man, this don't look good here. Ah, shit. There's a damn bicyclist that's gonna get right in the way. You have to be insane to come up here in this canyon on a bicycle. Blind corners, narrow. You know, that to me is insanity. I mean, I get they got a right to ride up here, but somebody's dumping asphalt here even. I gotta wait for them to go by. But on a blind corner, Highway 39 is bad like that, though. You'll run into a bunch of them, and there's, you know, you can't go around them because it's so narrow, and people will try and pass them on curves. And I don't know. St. Tim's the same way. There's no room out there. I figured we'd see at least a CHP up here or a Caltrans, but the crows, if it's a dead deer laying out there, the crows will get on it. It said he was injured on the right-hand shoulder. The crows will give it up. If you're ever looking for something that you think might be dead, or like a lost animal, watch for the crows. Because during the days, the crows will find it first. You'll hear them fussing and circling. Make sure nobody's behind me. Yeah, no, we're good here. They said it was on the upbound. I can't remember if it was upbound or downbound. I think it was downbound. And just north of the ranger station, which would put it, here comes a car, I'm gonna get off, would put it right there in those S curves where that big tour bus crash was, right there. Get out of the way. Looks like they got the chain back on that gate, but the homeless keep cutting that chain on that gate. Yeah, them deer go up on the left, that hill. They go up on that hill and they bed down. They bed down high so they can see the updraft from the sun. You know, the warming, the air pushes the air up and they get an updraft, so they can smell anything below them. They can see anything below them, and they usually bed right below the ridge so they can just hop off the backside. You know, that's their safety bailout. A lot of times you can peak ridges, peek over the ridge. I don't see it. There was something there, but I think that was a rock. Man, I don't see nothing. I don't see anything trampled down. I wonder if that deer got up and moved. That's what I'm thinking. That deer hobbled off somewhere. It's probably dying out of sight. Yeah, that's my guess is I don't think it's laying right there. And that's pretty, I got up here 10 minutes, 20 minutes after. That's pretty quick for, especially after hours for Caltrans to get up here, or Chippy. And the Chippy's just going to wait for Caltrans is what picks them up on the highways. Animal control in the cities. So let me know if you see any crows right there circling. That deer's probably, if it, they said it was dying or it got hit. Of course, it could have just got flipped and It's okay. Bears, I've seen some bears do that. My friend's wife hit a bear right here crossing, and it totaled her car, but the bear, this bear lived. She said it got up, kind of rubbed its head, and just took off. So we kind of tracked it a little bit, and it looked like it was going to be okay. Because it totaled her car. Luckily, she was okay. I mean, that could have ended bad. They come over here to Crafton, and then they head over to Ukaipa for apples, and they wander a little bit. I've seen bear here and deer. What else? I haven't seen a mountain lion in here in a while. I'm trying to think. Mountain lion. I used to have cameras up on Crafton, and I would get mountain lions up there. They were chasing the deer. A lot of deer up on. If you got deer, you got mountain lions. It's just the way it works. That's their number one favorite sandwiches. Is venison. But I just saw another mountain lion post. The mountain lion grabbed a dog in, where was I want to say San Diego. They will come in and hit livestock, hit dogs. Their second favorite is raccoons. I don't know why they like raccoons. Raccoons are mean. They put up a little bit of a fight, and I wouldn't want to wade in on a pissed off raccoon, but they like eating them. I don't know whether they just taste real good, or one of the fire camps where I worked, the firefighters left, they had house cats, barn cats, and they left out food for the barn cats. Well, the raccoons would come in the evening to eat that cat food, and the mountain lion, they had a mountain lion living right next to them, actually in the trees above them. It would come down, I think he said it was a male. It would come down and pick off the raccoons. And I don't know why. It's just the way it is. Funny story about the fire camp was we knew that cat was there. We'd always look for it when we were up there. Sometimes we'd see it laying in the trees. That's why I always tell people, look up. They sleep in trees. They loaf in trees. In fact, there was somebody there in a report the other night. Oh, it was on the news, I think. The lady heard her dogs barking and she walked out. She's looking for something in the yard. The dogs were looking up. She looked up, and there was a mountain lion 15 feet above her in the tree peeking down. She had good video and pictures of it. A lot closer than I would have gotten. She was looked like she was right underneath it. If that cat gets scared and jumps down, let the warrior. Of course, you can zoom a camera pretty good, but it looked like she was under it. Anyway, back to the fire camp story. We had to string new aerial cable, comm cable through the trees. So we had our, what we called the line crew, the bucket guys up there. And one guy, Mario, he was my friend. And we were always messing with each other. So we told him we wanted the cable strung. And then we realized the cat's in there. The cat's out in front of him. And the cat's kind of waking up, looking at us like, what the hell, leave me alone. And Mario doesn't, he's in the bucket. And they moved the truck closer, he's in the bucket, and they're extending the boom out into the tree. And that cat's in there. And all of a sudden I hear Mario scream, "Give me out, give me out." And he comes flying down in that bucket. There's a mountain lion up there. Somebody finally told him that we knew, and we wanted to see his reaction. And he kind of got mad, but then he started laughing. He goes, "Man, that's a big mountain lion." I think it was the first time he'd seen a mountain lion up close. I think first time ever. And he mentioned, I said, "What do you think about them eyes?" The eyes look like they're on fire. They're emerald green. Ones I've seen up close, it's mesmerizing. It looks like their eyes are on fire. And he said, "Yeah, those eyes, man." And He talked about that for months. You know, he'd seen a mountain lion. And we said, we weren't going to let it kill you. We let it chew a little bit. We'd come get you. We'd get you down. We just wanted to see if he liked chewing on line crew guys. I love you, Mario, if you're out there. Well, that's it. We're back in Mentone. If you want to see the rest of Mentone, I'll leave it on. What do they call that place? The hookah place. It turned into a pot shop down here just past Arthur's. It's all boarded up now. So I heard they raided that pot shop a couple of times. They're not legal. This is county. And I guess they're not legal in county. Some cities allows it. Redlands has thought about it. I think they've shut a couple down. New Dollar General, if you haven't been here in a while, I think it's a couple years old. On the left. What else is new? Mentone news. Oh, the Stafford's Market turned into pawn shop. Then they closed, and now it's a flooring place right back there on the right. And we're getting down. They got a new pedestrian crosswalk light by the post office. It doesn't come on until you hit the button, but it's lighted, you know, on the ground, the crosswalk spot, and above the lights, which is really good because there's a lot of people have been killed right here trying to cross the boulevard. And Tom's Burger is still not done. I think it's 11 years now, that place. Freckles closed right there. The old Casa Maya, Freckles closed. Blue Bar, I've never seen it open. Right there on the left, Frank's place. I've never seen it open. Did we pass Arthur's already? Yeah, we missed the churro guy right there. He keeps getting shut down, the code enforcement. There's him and a taco stand. They keep getting shutting him down. He keeps coming back. You know, I don't know if they fine him. I've seen them take their equipment, but I would think, God, he's been shut down 20, 30 times. I would think if they were finding him or taking his equipment. The new vending laws, they can street vend, but that's why I don't want. Redlands doesn't shut them down anymore. They're allowed to street vend, but I think they still have to have a license. And if they're handling food, they got to have a handler's certificate, and they got to have nets, I think, to be legit. But churro guy, they just set up an easy up and they bounced around from lot. They went over to Circle K, got bounced out of there. I guess they just set up till they get thrown out. A lot of it's private property, they're trespassing, but if the owner ain't around, they can get it set up there till the owner finds out. And then you can go over there, you'll see like they had one right here where they're building the new storage lot right here. They had a taco stand there, but they would always dump the grease. You know, you can go over and see where they dump the grease. They did that in Redlands at Stater Brothers on Orange Street. There was a big crowds, you know, they were taking up a lot of the parking lot, and then at the end they were dumping the grease in the storm drain. And I guess one of the city council members asked storm drain people, sewer people, to go check it out, and they found grease, which is a big no-no. Like in the old days when you did an oil change, I remember at the base of Norton watching guys dump oil in the storm drain. It's like, come on, man, you can't. Of course, when I was a kid, our neighbors poured it on their fence line to kill the grass instead of weed eating it. Back then there was no weed eaters, but they would pour their oil along the fence lines to kill the weeds, which it's a hazmat now. I won't let this lady go. Come on, lady, I'm waving you on. I waved her on, and she just sat there. Then she started to go, and then I started to go. And I was like, "Come on, lady, either take it or you got somebody waving you on." They say not to do that. They say don't wave people on because if it's not safe, and they go and get hit. I still do it. You know, if it's a tie, a lot of times I'll just wave them through. I'm not in a hurry, but they say not to do that. So that's the no deer. Well, we can't find it. Thanks for watching. See ya.